Just me. Audio. Well, there's nobody watching, so I'm going to start until at least 1 or 2 people are watching this. One concurrent viewer, yeah, it's me. Two watching. It looks like someone just joined. If you joined just now, yeah, I'm just waiting for some more people to join before I start repairing this phone live. Can you fix the LG V20? For one of my next videos, yeah. I probably can. Oh, whoops, I just messed this up. So I don't know if you were here last night, but I'm going to do a live stream right now of fixing this Note 2. If you want to watch. I think you were watching last night when I was doing a test video. But yeah, I'll wait I'll give it like another minute or so, and I'll start repairing this. That way, I really only expect only to be probably like 2 or 3 people that watch this live stream, so. Let me not use my voice changer. How about that? Let's see, LG V20. Which one? I think I at one point had an LG V20. I do want to do some LGs because I did have quite a few LGs and I really loved them. Okay, yeah, I didn't have this one. I had the V10 and the V20. I didn't, but then I also had the V30. I think it was V30. Yeah, I had the V30. I'm the first one to join. Yes, you are the first one to join. It looks like there's 2. Yeah, so it's saying there's 2 people watching, but I'm pretty sure one of those is me, maybe? Not too sure. So I was a little bit later today because I had a PlayStation 5. I don't know if you've seen those. Well, I know you've probably seen a PlayStation 5, but I do the HDMI ports on those, and my hot air gun just blew up. So I had to fix it. But, yeah, I think it's just going to be us. So, let me adjust my mic a little bit. All right. So, if you're ready, so this Note 2, I did LG 60, which which one's the LG 60 or LG G6? But anyway, yeah, this phone, the screen has like the black screen of death, so I'll be fixing that. So, the only thing is, it is missing one screw. I dropped it on my carpet here a few weeks ago when I get these phones. I normally always get the devices first, then I check and see exactly what's wrong with it in case I need parts or whatnot before I do a video. So this one does need a new screen. Oh, let me mute that phone real quick. Sorry about that. That's probably loud. So yeah, let's start this off. So of course it's gonna need a new screen. If you saw my other Note 2 video, you'll saw that you would have seen that I pretty much put a new screen on a new frame first. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing again. At least getting that out of the way first. Hello V1. Galaxy S4 is my first phone. My S3 for me was the first phone. What did I do different? Oh, I have all my parts in front of me, so yeah. I have a pile of parts we're going to be using. New home button. That's going to go in the frame first, so this is basically the new inner frame of the Note 2. This is also a new home button flex. So it's the home button, flex cable, back, and the menu button are all on this one flex here. So I'm not used to working around the camera. This is kind of awkward. I need to do a better setup in the future for this, but anyway, so yeah, this is the frame. Basically the screen sits on this. And let's see, where am I going to start? So I need to, this is the first part. Actually, I'm surprised that I can even get these parts still. These are all from my supplier. They're super cheap. Like this flex cable, it was like 50 cents. Even this replacement screen I managed to get for $10. A refurbished one, that actually looks like it's a good quality one too. So imagine a phone sits like this. This has to go in like that. So that's what I'm going to try to do right now on camera. Also, let me bring in some more light. Kind of see what I'm doing. So let's see if it's like the last one. Yeah. It's a little bit hard to get this adhesive off, these stickers. Because you gotta think, this part's probably 12 years old. That has never been used. At least. So yeah, it's coming off now. See that? Your aunt had Note 2 got stolen? Oh, that sucks. I had I sold a phone one time and they stole it. I was super mad. I gotta take this off very carefully because if I don't, I'll rip it. And then I gotta go through the pain of getting the other one out. Because the one on the front still works, but I'd rather just put a new one in. It saves a lot of time. And this is so frustrating. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now this part needs to go in this little hole. And just kind of guide it in there. Come on. Yep, just like that. Now, I'm going to try lining up first. This is kind of awkward to do. I even had a hard time when I did the video trying to film this. So that's lined up there. That's lined up there. That's lined up kind of there. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Oh, well, a lot of messages come in. I've always had a S7 Edge. Yeah, the S7 Edge is a really cool phone. I really enjoyed those. Actually, before I take this off, I need to put the home button in. Let's see. I'm just reading the comments right now. My Note 2 broke. You should definitely try to fix it, unless it's a motherboard issue. I'm using Derpfest. Never heard of that. Well, also, I've been out of the ROM game for years. So, next part. Got here. Oh, sorry if you hear that noise. It's my chair that I use. It makes popping noises. So, this is home button, and it's got a separate little chrome ring. So, basically, this fat side down lines up. Wait, no, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Wait, yeah, I am. This, let's see how close I can get this to focus. See these little circles, gotta line up with those little circles on the frame. And it takes a little bit of concentration. I've been doing this for a long time, and I have it backwards. There we go. Yeah, once these are lined up in a little spot, just like that, you can go ahead and put this new ring down, and then misalign everything because you gotta put this stupid ring down. Come on. Why does this not want to cooperate? It's like it's... That's the one problem with aftermarket parts, is sometimes stuff just does not want to click together. Really? Oh, this is gonna make me mad. So it's like it's ever so slightly off. I do not have the issue with the Note 2. Yeah, that's too tight. That sucks. Or do I have it backwards? No, I don't have it backwards. It's supposed to go like that. Yeah, it's supposed to like that. So this is basically not compatible. Let me just try again. Yeah, it's like ever so slightly too wide. Ah, dude, that blows. So that means I'm gonna have to get it off the other phone. So, change of plans. You're gonna see a little bit of carnage because I kind of want to avoid this, but whatever. You see some cool content. Note 2, I take it apart. Let's take this out. Now, missing a screw, like I said, I did lose a screw because I always check these devices before I order parts for them, just to make sure they are repairable and whatnot. And I did drop that screw in the carpet where my feet are at, and I'm never probably gonna find it. Also, I'll try not to block the camera while I do this. But these are super easy to fix. You have 4 subs. Yes, we're all famous here. Also, you see these phones, older phones are super easy to fix. Okay, oh, missed one. Keep those over there. Luckily, pretty much all the screws in this phone are the same. So, take your little plastic pick, run around the side. It's gonna make some popping noises. Not gonna sound very good, but don't worry. All just fine. My S9 screen is very damaged. Everyone, Alex, a while ago, I'm waiting for it to arrive. Take a long time. What quality screen did you get? Here in the United States, I can get new original Samsung screens, but they're super expensive. So they have these little tiny like notch right there. That's got to come off or come loose. Don't want to break it. Probably should use my tweezers. Now, I might bend these doing this. Oh, nope. No good. AMOLED with some dots. Oh yeah, I've if you're in the United States, I actually have, I'm like 99% sure I have an S9 screen that has dots or some kind of damage to it. I probably would have just gave that to you. So this is from me looking at last time. The charge port was bad. I just got to disconnect. This is this power button flex cable. It's separate. That just comes right off. Can move. What should we do next? This is the display. That just comes right off. Headphone jack. It just these are literally built like little Legos. Where do you get your parts? Because my S7 Edge is broken display and iFix replacement is way too expensive. They are expensive. I have a wholesale account because I have a business. I repair phones for a business, for my job, basically. And I use Mobile Centrics. You might be able to order just one, but for the most part, they do require you having a business. If you want, let's take a quick interruption right quick, and I will show you. You can check right quick how much it is to fix that phone to get that part wholesale. Samsung S7 Edge. You can get a used original silver screen for $60. You can get a blemish. Normally those have like dots and stuff. And this one's $32. Aftermarket screens, avoid those at all costs. Refurbished, these won't have the Samsung logo at the top. So you can kind of debrand it. I would go for this though. It also depends on which. This is for the North American version. So you just gotta make sure you have the right version. But that's $60 and $65 for a new original screen. Honestly, I think about in the future doing to where people can send me in devices. I just haven't got around to figuring out how to do that. So back to the phone. Disconnect the front. Oh, I went blank. This is the front camera, and this is the proximity sensor and the light sensor. So let's just disconnect. And over here, this is the antenna for internet. And be very careful not to break those. These are super fragile, very easy to break. This iFixit shipped to Latino America. They might have iFixit there. What country do you live in? Next up, headphone jack. Let me try not to block that. And this just lifts up. Oh, headphone jack and the front earpiece speaker. Also, there you go. So I would normally heat this up on newer phones, but these phones are so old that you can just ever so slightly lift up on it. Literally 2 screws and a half of these things was assembled. Yeah. Oh, Brazil? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Brazil. I lived 10 years in Mexico. And then the same thing with this. Normally I'd heat these up, but just because of the age of this device, you really don't gotta heat things up anymore. Everything just comes out super easy. So I'm not trying to rip it out. I'm just ever so slightly pulling up, and that's the vibrator motor. Funny thing is, they haven't really changed at all in the last 12 years, 13 years. Literally the same concept. Now some other phones have different ones. Let's see, this is also, remember this has to come out. This is the little, what's it called? Come on. There we go. Little S-Pen like housing. When the S-Pen goes to the end, that way I don't think it's so it doesn't like hit this plastic or something like that. Now, the next thing to come out is front-facing speaker. And this little bracket. And the cool thing is about all these screws basically being the same, makes these super easy to repair. So, this front-facing speaker, the light sensor, and proximity sensor. Next up, 3 a.m. in your country. Oh wow, here it's 8 p.m. Oh, well, that was just one screw that came out. So I'm not reusing this charge port, so I'm just going to disconnect this antenna. And then this antenna kind of just comes out. Last little inspection, I'm not using this. And everything is good, looks like it's out. So now I basically what I have to do is take this screen off this frame to get to this home button. Which, I mean, this home button is brand new. I was thinking about just doing this from the beginning, but I was like, well, I don't want to do it on video. It might, you know, sometimes like the screen could crack and make a mess, but this is what I'm trying to get out. So basically you're just gonna take this, run it around the frame. You can see the screen cracked internally because this is a hard OLED screen. I might hit the camera a little bit while I do this. This is the kind of scary part about doing this, is make sure this doesn't shatter and explode in my face. Get glass everywhere. Normally I would heat this up and put alcohol, but that takes a while. Like if I was trying to save this screen, then yeah, but this screen is dead. See that? Hit the camera. So I'm making some progress. And come on. Note 7 when? I do want to buy one. So this is that flex cable. Probably just gonna end up ripping this right now. Maybe. Nope. Yeah. Okay, so that's the original home button out. Gotta get this off. Ooh, you know what? I didn't bring my other tool to do this. I know I have like a little metal spudger I can use to get stuff like this off. So, face reveal and phone screen, yeah. I'm not trying to hide my face, but one day I might do a proper face reveal. So that's all I needed from this. This can be discarded. Open mass. And let's see, I have a YouTube notification. Oh, looks like someone just commenting on the HTC video I did. Oh, actually, on the Note 2 video, speaking of. All right, let's go back to this guy. Gonna remove these parts. And this actually it actually has adhesive on it. So let me go ahead and slap that on that new screen right quick. There we go. Just like that. Right in there. Beautiful, love to see it. Next, putting this home button in this frame. Now we can take these plastics off. Oh, let's grab that. Let's see, he says when a battery gets puffy, what I do to discard the battery correctly. Look and see if there's any place you can recycle it locally. Maybe there's like a dump recycling center around you. I mean, you're in Brazil, so you probably just throw it in the trash. No, they did that a lot in Mexico, and just throw stuff in the trash you're not supposed to. But proper ways to find a recycling center. All right, home button clicks. It's lined up. Grab the news screen. Make sure these are pointing up, that way they don't get pinched when the screen goes on. Just like that. You can grab, not like that. I was trying to lift this whole thing up. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this, what I'm doing right now, because if I puncture the screen, I ruin it, and this video is over. But I can't get it to, it's trying to pull the whole thing up, and I can't have that. Like, see, I'm trying to lift here, and it's pulling this whole thing up. That's not what it's supposed to do. Again, I believe this is because of how old this stuff is. It's being a pain. There we go. Maybe, yes. Yeah. Got it. Oh no, that sticks to my hand. Yes, this is the stuff you don't see on the videos. Me normally fumbling around with stuff. That was loud. Okay. Now, fix this, as I messed it up. Telling you, sometimes doing phone repairs tests your patience. Because I had this perfectly aligned. And now I moved it. There we go. Now, yeah, the notification sound was my S24 Ultra that you're watching the footage from right now. So these antennas, gotta make sure that you gotta line them up in their correct spot in the frame. Make sure they go through. Now I gotta make sure top earpiece is lined up, just like that. Then I'm gonna check on my angle right quick. I can't turn it. I can't show you, because if I do, the home button's gonna come off. So then I just line it up, just like that. And I can press down on it. Make sure it's nice and stuck on there. Home button feels nice. And just like that, that's how you assemble this. That's actually the bulk of the whole video is doing that. Your old S2 works, it doesn't charge, probably needs a new charge port, is what I'd say. I don't know if the S2 has a separate charge port like this, or if it's soldered onto the motherboard. It should be separate. But anyway, next part. I can go ahead and put this charging port in. And I don't know if you're asking me or not, but I have two phones. Personal phone is an iPhone 16 Pro Max. My business phone is an S24 Ultra. So I'll take that. Make sure it's brand new charge right. Yep. Come and take that. Take the adhesive off the back. Line it up. Stick it down. So you got take this little antenna and connect it to that little thing right there. This goes on. And I hate these so much. These are the pain. Okay. So it wasn't too bad. Sometimes I sit there and I fight them. And then this routes through some little clips and stuff in there. Let me try to get my, let me try to show you. Like, see that? It runs along that. And yeah, as far as your S2, you can definitely probably try to get a charge port for it. I can check here in a second which one. If it's soldered on or if you need to actually get the new flex. So that just routes in just like that. Next piece. Like, oh, I try to get some of this trash out. You can't see it, but I got a little pile of trash going, all these new plastics and stuff. That's one thing I hate about these phones is there's so much plastics and stuff on these parts. Not phones, but I meant when you buy new parts, there's always just little tiny pieces of plastic like this stuff. Like, oh, this I don't think this is supposed to come out. I think this is just some shielding, so I'm gonna leave that on there. And fires are down here on the bottom. You can go ahead and put this on just like that. This one screw. Next, you can go ahead and put in the vibrator. Little S Pen, little holdy thing. Oh, and this is also, I just realized, is missing. This is a little clip right there for the S Pen. It's missing that, so we're going to have to steal that. See, it's missing this. I also don't transfer these over because once you take them off, they're you pretty much can't get them to stick back on. Uh-oh. Well, that just flew. Oh, uh-oh. Where do you find charge ports for Galaxy S2? Probably your best bet, depending on what country you're in. AliExpress. Oh, come on. I heard this thing land right by me, too. I probably should have saw that coming. I see it. Yeah. Yeah, the problem is it's white, and most everything in this room is white. Yeah, right next to me too. Bummer. I'll probably find it as soon as the video's over. Watch. Mainly the only thing that really is useful for is when you put the S Pen in, it will tell the phone that the S Pen's inside. So it just hits on this little flapping plastic thing right there. That's all it does. I'm sure I'll find it, or I can probably steal one out of another phone. Would you give away one of the phones you fix in a giveaway? Maybe in the future, yeah. If I have some extra ones, sure. I might even, I might consider that actually. I'll think about it. I need to find and learn how to actually do a giveaway, because I know you have to. It has to be random, so I don't know. Let's see. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Okay, put this headphone jack back in, just like that. then this live doing much better than yesterday. Yeah, it is doing better than the one yesterday. Yesterday I did a live stream and there was only 2 of us. We were all just chatting for like 45 minutes. Actually, now I'm gonna go ahead and just put the motherboard in. It's pretty simple. These phones are super simple. If I wasn't doing a video, I can probably do this phone 15 minutes. So even quicker if you can buy the assembly with the screen and this frame already and everything. It's super quick. The charge port clips right in. You can deal with this antenna. If you do, you should give away when you get to 1K subs. Yeah, I do want to do something when I have 1,000 subs. Actually, this channel's been going a lot quicker than I expected. Okay, so looks like it's in. Motherboard only has 1 screw in one of those 2 holes. I don't remember which one. Okay, it's this one. Go ahead and clip that in. Headphone jack clips right in. Just like so. Display. Now, front facing camera, proximity sensor and light sensor just goes in right here at the top. Again, super easy. You ever mess with one of them Samsung clones? No, I've never used a clone phone. I've seen them because I've had people bring them in to me and be like, hey, can you fix my iPhone? Or hey, I just bought my iPhone and it's not right. And I'm like, yeah, it's fake. That's the only experience I have with those. I have never owned one or done anything with them. There's a singular screw here at the top for that bracket. I can move on to this side. This is the power button flex cable. And that goes in just like that. And it's got some adhesive left over for that. 1 subscriber left for 700. Oh wow, I haven't checked it. Last I checked it was 696. But I've been noticing that I get a lot of like influx of viewers around like at night. I assume that's because people in other countries are watching these videos, and that's when they're awake, of course. You're always watching like, oh, thank you, I appreciate that. Let's see, I have a few messages. Where can I find charge port assembly for, okay, I said that AliExpress. 2016-ish S5 clone. Yeah, I haven't, like I said, I haven't really messed with clones. I do want to do another, like, I do want to do like an S5. All right, so next up parts, that's skipping ahead. New frame of the phone, the outer frame that you see. A53 5G, I hate A-series phones so much. So, I always, when I do these, I just want to make sure that these are identical. There are no parts I need to swap over from one to another. These are not identical. So, hold on. Looks like my supplier, the only bad thing about, yeah, they didn't have it listed. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the same thing as the Note 2. I don't know if you guys saw that, but this frame is different than this phone. So they used to be different by device. This is N7100. And the other Note 2 that I fixed, N7105. And I know, remember, the frames didn't line up. So I'm so confused. This is back when Samsung, like, different phones in different regions have different like shaped parts, especially when it comes to different carriers in the United States. A Sprint phone might be different than a Verizon phone, which might be different from AT&T, T-Mobile. Yeah, it's super confusing. So I'm going to steal a battery out of this Note 2 just for this video. But let's go ahead. Let me at least try it. Yeah, no. You see that notch is way over there? Can't. But that's no big deal. This part anyway is like new. I mean, this phone looked like it was pretty much brand new. So like there's really no damage on the original part anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and reuse that. Make sure that's not gonna stick out. Always double check, make sure everything's plugged in, and it is. I just gotta put this on here. This just clips in. Just like so. Put the screws in, all minus one screw because it's gonna be locked. Congrats for 700, thank you. Yeah, this is, like I said, this channel's, it's grown a lot last few months. That's the S3 video I did. That video, I didn't really put much attention to it. That's why it took me a little bit long to do it. But then I did it, and then I saw all the attention it was getting. I was like, you know what? I should, uh-oh. Looks like I got the screws mixed up on something. So this one's shorter than the rest. It's not going to go in. So that probably means I put a screw in the wrong spot. And mistakes happen. Totally normal when you repair phones. I don't know how many out there have experienced repairing phones, but you know, mistakes happen often. Now, I make mistakes often, but they're not really small mistakes like that. If you're making big mistakes where you're breaking stuff all the time, then yeah, that might be an issue. But actually, I'm just kind of mad. I broke an iPhone 13 screen. I've done so many iPhone 13s before, and I broke one for a customer. I was so mad. But those phones are super hard to open and get into, so. Fun fact, there was 23 versions of the Galaxy S for each carrier. Yeah, I've never looked into that, but I believe it. That's one of the pains I've been doing, like trying to do these videos as well. It's like I'll buy parts and they end up not being the right one. So it's also why it takes me a while to get stuff in for them. This has got a clip. It's got another clip somewhere. Right here, along this side. I bet I know where it's at too. I bet it's the one on the top. Just like that. Yeah, I bet it's this one. It's not. It's the exact same. Is there? Oh, okay, I'm dumb. Yeah, the short screw actually I think goes here. Let me show you. So I guess they're not all the same. Samsung has definitely changed. Yeah, if you look here, this goes in a little bit farther. And I bet this is going to go in. And it did. My laptop once smoked while using it. That's not good. Probably short-circuited or something. Now the rest, I just got to put these screws in. Let's see, I got kind of the chat's kind of covered up by my stream video. Let's see. The T989, my friend had a totally different piece compared to the Eurasian market. Yeah, so a lot of these international phones, especially Samsungs, have different processors. International models normally have the Exynos processor, which is Samsung's in-house processor. And they're not using Qualcomm Snapdragons. And Exynos, for the most part, has never been able to compete with Snapdragon. They've always been lagging behind. Actually, sometimes these phones are a lot less powerful with the Exynos CPU. Like I said, this one was missing one screw. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'll get one. I'm pretty sure I have some laying around somewhere for this phone. Well, it's a Samsung, so they're pretty much universal. Next up is, I'm just gonna reuse this battery. I do have a new battery for it. S Pen. I think I bought a new S Pen, but they don't come with the Samsung logo, and this one looks brand new, so I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna keep this. Is this channel getting monetized soon? I meet the subscriber requirements, I'm pretty sure, but I don't meet the watch time requirements. I'm at like 2,000 watch hours, and I need 3,000, so I'm 2/3 of the way there. So, not making money yet. And most of the time when you, I think when you start making money on YouTube, you don't make much anyway. So I'm just gonna keep purchasing these devices. And give me just 1 second. I got a text message I gotta answer real quick. Yeah, it's my wife saying that her coworkers want some beer. So this one's been opened before. Okay, I heard a snap and I thought I broke it. Let's cut this open. Not towards me. Wow, that's really on there. And yeah, these do come with screen protectors. I probably won't put it on. Normally these are pretty cheap and not very good anyway. Here's the back cover. Supposedly these are original. Supposedly. I don't think so. Where's the original one now? Let me look for that right quick. When I do this stuff, even when I fix phones, like I grab stuff and I take it off and I just kind of put it aside. Oh, whoops, yeah, just dropping stuff. Look here. Oh, I can tell it's not original. So you can see this one has a little bit more of like a brushed metal. This one does too, but it's a lot lighter. I don't know if you can see that. And you see the reflection isn't as nice. The color's almost spot on. This one is actually in really good condition. Like I said, this phone was basically brand new. Also, they feel almost the same. But I'm gonna walk with the new one. Bought it, so come on, put this on. Would you look at that? Give it a little wipe down. I'm gonna go ahead and factory reset this phone because it didn't have some of this personal stuff on it. They don't have anything important on there. I already checked. I just didn't want to make sure, because if there's anything important on there, I'd try to get the phone back to them, or at least try to contact them in some way. Be like, hey, you know this old phone you probably had 10 years ago? Yeah, I fixed it. Let's see if it turns on. And battery's probably dead on it. I don't have a micro USB in front of me. I'll be right back. Give me like 10 seconds. All right, got it. Put my headphones on. So I went ahead and grabbed the other battery. This one might have charge on it, so. I know, I'm sorry. I ended up running over to the other side of the house to grab the battery. Hopefully it has some charge on it. Actually, oh wow, see, this thing is already bloated. Brand new battery, and it's probably because it's super old, I can feel it. It's ever so slightly bloated. So I'm not going to be using that. Oh, I'll use it for the video, but I won't be keeping that battery. I could probably return it, but why? Let's see, was it going to turn on with this battery? Nope. So that means it's probably dead, which means now I got to plug it in. Move all my stuff out of the way. Let's see, either I unplug these backlights. How a really old battery have charged? You'd be surprised. I have gotten like for the S3 and the S4, I have gotten those batteries in, and they still actually work. Spicely, how do they work? I've seen some stuff. I'll tell you, I've seen super swollen batteries actually work just fine. So crazy. And phone collector, hey, how's it going? I think you're just joining, and I'm almost done with this. I restored this Note 2 live. We're going to see if it charges. And it's not looking good. I know the phone works. So let's try not this whole battery. The only thing I can think of is that new charge port install does not work. Oh, yeah. So it was this new battery that's bloated. It is dead. So you guys are right. Because I have, I've had batteries like that come in and they still work, surprisingly. So this is garbage. Well, it's not gonna go in the trash, but let's see. I got a mess here. All kinds of stuff everywhere. All these plastic stuffs. All right. Make sure this is all seated down. I always like to make sure all these are seated down. I'm going to get the phone turned on before I do the reveal. Let me go ahead and put the back cover on. There are life. What do you mean by that? Let's go ahead. See if this thing's going to turn on. And the screen works, hopefully, which it should. I already tested it once, but you never know with these old stuff. Could work fine, and then next time you go turn on, it just doesn't work. We can get some of this trash out of the way. Oh, is that a screw? Oh, I bet that's the screw that, yeah, it came out of here. So where does this go? Because I know all the screws on the inside are in. Is this just some... Oh, that's where it goes. Okay. Yeah, I still gonna miss one screw. Felt some life. Looks like 9 missed calls. Nice. Yeah, this did have someone's personal stuff on it. I checked. They don't have anything important. Like I said, if they did have anything important, I would try to get back to them. But they didn't. So, uh-oh. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Like the phone is connected from the stream stuff. I don't know why. That was weird. Like I was saying, this phone doesn't have anything important on it. So I'm just going to go ahead and reset it. And finders keepers. Where do I reset it is the question. It should be about device. Wow. Can you imagine? I don't know how to reset a phone. Might have to, let's see. Oh, back up and reset. There we go. Factory data reset. Reset device. This is email. All right, phone's gonna reset. All Samsung phones full of features? Yes, they were. Had all kinds of stuff. I can go ahead and well, that does that thing. That's thing. Yeah, this is the S3 I did. Imagine, and this is, I remember this from when I had my S3. Let me clean up a little bit. Is these things scratch so easy. Remember, this is a brand new back cover. I have not taken this device anywhere. It's literally been sitting, and just ever so slightly having it move, it gets scratches. That's crazy. Even on the screen, I was looking at it, and I was like, I don't use these phones. Like, I have them just sitting here, look at. And yeah, it's got micro scratches. That might be dirt. There was a micro scratch somewhere. Super hard to tell. Nothing just came on. I know there was one. I was just looking at it. Oh, it's like right up here in the corner. You probably can't see it in the video. But yeah, that's one of the ones I did. This is an S4. Actually, I have a box for it. This is S4. Oh, look at that. The M came off. This was supposed to be original back, and it's not. So, yeah, that's one bad thing about not getting OEM parts, is they're not very good. So, I did the S3, I did the S4. I just got done with this, HTC. You can just take a look at that. Nice looking. My favorite S3. I had the white one. The HTC, I had the same color. Never had a Note 2. I never had an S4. My Note 2 is locked and the symbol of the battery doesn't even move. You know what it can be? You mean like when it's like charging when the screen's off? Let's see, open the test menu. I'll do that here in a second. It's favorite Android Easter egg. I didn't get into too much Easter eggs other than when you I did like the one with the jelly beans when you click the Android 4.1, I think was jelly bean. You click it a bunch of times and a bunch of jelly beans come up and you can play around with it. I like that. That was cool. Oh, that's right. And here's the other Note 2, the white one. Yeah, this one I was not really happy with this screen. I just wasn't really happy how this one came out. But, I mean, it still came out good. And that annoying popping sound is still my chair. It is super annoying, even I hate it. It's like I move around, barely move around, and it like pops. And I have it unlocked, so I don't know why it's doing that. And I'll go ahead and kill this light. We can kind of take a look at this together. It appears as if it were carrying, but it does not get the movement of the loading animation. I don't understand what you said. I'm sorry. I'm guessing it looks like it's trying to charge. Now, these did have a bunch of motherboard issues, so it could be something going out on it. So Samsung Galaxy, English, hit next. Yeah, let me try to get this lined up, but this charger is going to keep pulling it. Yeah, it's my Wi-Fi. You'll see my password because it's super difficult. Yeah, that's my top secret Wi-Fi password. Flappy. Yeah, I remember that one. I haven't played that one in so long. That one was fun. So I'm using translator. I think you can have error in the translation. Yeah. What language do you speak? I'm fluent in Spanish. Let's see. Date and time is currently 8:37, so 2037 is correct. I'm not going to do my email account. Nope. This belongs to nobody. Skip. I thought I just skipped you. Skip. Finish. There we go. Are some of these phones you repair usable today? Here in the United States, for the most part, they're not. Just because a lot of the bands that that the carriers have, they're not usable. Like you can't use it as a phone. Like it won't get cell service. Also, apps on these phones are not supported. I can't even open YouTube on these. But actually, let me go ahead and turn the light on one more time. Go ahead and take this plastic off, and you can see this brand new screen. Now look at that. Super nice looking. I put charge battery appears, but it only stays on that screen. Also, no screen moment. It's like it's frozen. Like it could be a motherboard issue. Stuff like that you could try. See if you can get in like recovery mode. You speak Portuguese? Yeah, I barely understand Portuguese. Let's see. Because I mean, I know Portuguese and Spanish is similar, but at the same time, it's not. So you want me to go to test menu? Let's see. Red looks like it's fine. Not seeing dead pixels. Green looks good. Don't see any dead pixels or any stuck pixels. Same for blue. My English is not so good. See if it works. Yeah, like I said, I'm fluent in Spanish and English, of course. Vibration. And yeah, this phone is smooth. I've been it's dimming. I was actually been surprised by the performance of this. This phone runs a lot better than the S3. You can do okay, I need more charge for it to open the camera. Touch, I'm sure works fine. Just speaker. It's a kind of a classic sound. LED. My favorite thing about these old phones having a notification light. That's so cool. Then you can also customize it. You can get like apps and customize it to certain, like, let's say Facebook, you want it to be purple. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't see anything else here. See all your apps. But yeah, it is one thing. It is just pretty crazy how smooth these phones are. They still are. They're not. This is not a bad phone to, like, speed-wise, this is not horrible. It says Android 4.3, Jelly Bean. Yeah, this right here is what I miss. That was a lot. That was cool. You clear them all out. Do I have kids? No, I do not have kids. So, S Pen. So remember, I don't know if you remember the last one I did. The other other Note 2. I hold it above the screen and you start touching. Yeah, see, this one doesn't. So it appears to be proper. Let me go ahead and test the stylus just to make sure that's not a stylus issue. Maybe it might be the stylus that's bad. No. Hover works fine. It's good. It is the poor refurbished screen on this is why it was having issues. So I think I'm about to wrap this up. I definitely want to do more of these. This is pretty fun. So I got a little bit of tape on here. Oh no, it's just paint coming off. Yeah, this thing came out nice. Super nice. Anything else you guys want to see while I have it here? Anything specific? Yeah, look at that. Like that's not that for me. That's not really slow. I've used newer phones that are slower than this. That's the only thing. No, I do remember that. I remember that this delay. You click the button, and it takes a second for it to go back to the home screen. I do remember that on my S3. Do you like the S25 Ultra? For me, S24 was the same. Yeah, it's basically the same. That's the kind of boring thing nowadays is phones just all They're all the same, really. The S24 Ultra, S25, the S23, S22, like they've been the same for 3 years. Even the S21 Ultra was similar. At least they did kind of change it a little bit, but still similar. So I'm gonna just turn on my S3. You can see the just a speed difference. Actually, they have different noises. Listen to that. I'll hold up closer. Oh yeah, see, this one's already lagging. All right. Well, also his first boot. But listen. That's S3. Kind of sound the same. One of my Galaxy is a free service. Oh, my Galaxy app. Okay. So yeah, so this is running Android 4.3. I think this is 4 point something. 4.1 maybe? Oh, 4.4.2. So this one's newer software version than this one. And this one, the S4, funny enough, is actually running the oldest of all the ones I have. It's crazy. Samsung C died a few weeks ago. Wow, I didn't know that. Looks like the S4 is dying. You can just make it right quick. You can definitely tell the difference in quality of the screen, at least in person. Let me kill the light. You can see it a little better. Yeah, just going from 720 to 1080p is huge. Can you try updating them? No. So they will actually not connect to the server anymore. I'd have to do it manually. And I kind of want to on some of them. Like this S4. Like this is running... This is running 4.3. Okay, then I'm totally... Okay, I thought it was running 4.1, maybe a little bit older, but yeah, so this is 4.3, so that means this has newer software than this still. So the S3 has newer software than the S4. So on the S4, I hit software update. There should be an update for it, of course. It should go up to Android 5. This is running Fortnite, so I could put a custom ROM on them and get, of course, a lot newer software, but that's not that's I don't want to do that. Actually, I like having some of the older software on these things. So yeah, failed to update software. You have to do it manually now. Same thing with the Note 2. There should be a software update. And like someone was saying earlier, doing a giveaway for one of these devices when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm thinking about that, but I think it would have to be United States only is the only thing. Shipping internationally, yeah, it doesn't always work. Checking for updates. Can S3 officially run 4.4? Yeah, it's running 4.4.2 right now officially. So yeah, these things aren't going to update. Yeah, so it's connecting to server. It's going to fail as well. If it connects to server and updates, I'd be super. So yeah, it didn't go through. But yeah, it's the only thing. Can't update them. Officially, you can use the computer to update them. But I'm going to go ahead and turn these things off. The Note, I'm going to leave this one to charge. Get that battery charged up. I swear I had another battery. Let me look. So number one of them came with a battery. Is this it? No, this is too small. Yeah. I don't. But that's pretty much going to be it for this video. So if you liked it, well, hopefully everyone is watching and subscribed. And if you guys liked it, then yeah, definitely I will. I'll do more of these live streams. Yeah, I can do a ROM. You can do live stream for that. I think doing a video of putting a ROM on it is kind of, there's already a bunch of them. It's not really cool. At least for me, I'm not trying to do stuff that's been done a million times. I'm trying to do new stuff, so I can do a live stream of reading the phone. That's probably gonna be a while. Like, it's gonna be probably a few hours. Only a few hours at least do that. But yeah, I'm super happy with this. How this one came out. It's a whole lot better than the white one. Just the quality of screen, everything is a lot better. Yeah, this thing, I'm still super surprised how at least responsive it is. Like, that's not bad at all. All right, but thanks, guys. I should have maybe some video coming out soon. At least in the next 2 weeks. I'm not gonna have any restoration videos out, at least for a little bit, because I need to find some devices to restore, and I have not decided what I want to do next. It is not going to be a Samsung phone. It's probably going to be either an iPhone, at least like a 5S, or some kind of LG, more than likely. But anyway, thanks for sticking around. Let's see you guys in the next one.